So my name is Divjot, and I'm not really a physicist, nor I am a scientist, but I am a computer engineer in my third year. Actually, I'm studying computer engineering, and I'm in my third year. And I saw Interstellar few weeks ago. Yeah, that late. So yeah, I did see it, and the way they traveled from one from like solar system to the other part, that was really mind-boggling, and I'm still wondering how is it actually possible. So I just want to put my thoughts out. Yeah, so firstly I have cold and it is very late, so I might be talking gibberish, but still let's go. So we have this road that we have to travel, but the rule is that we can only travel in one dimension. That is, we can only follow these oddly shaped yellow stripes. That's it. So we can only go straight, no left, no right. So in that way, we can travel from say any point A to B as long as it is on the road in the as much time as it would take to travel following the path of the road. Now, if there was someone intelligent enough to tell us that actually, if you look from the second dimension, the road is having a curvature and you don't really have to travel all way long along the road. You can take a shortcut which goes from A point to B and would shorten your time. So yeah, so why don't we take a path straight off road via this route? Now to enable that, we need a car which can take left and right turns, rather which can move in a way which is off the road. So in this case we have to take another, this is a new dimension for us. uh, Note that in a way when you're traveling the road, I'm saying one dimension because if you look only in the dimension that is following the path of the road, that is whatever the equation of line is for this road, then you can only travel in that part. And the new dimension would be any other path which is different from this, which is not on the point of not a point on the equation of the line. So I hope I am making that clear. So to move from point A to B, I'll have to take a off-road path, and that will greatly shorten my route and will save me a lot of time and fuel. uh, Now let us move to the second dimension. Now our car can travel in any dimension, just that we can only travel in x and y, that is only left, right, or straight or back. So now the road is a uphill road, so basically we are traveling up the hill. Now if somebody was intelligent enough, rather was a person who can travel or has a machine which can travel in three dimensions, then he could tell me that, say, see, you just take a jetpack and just travel from the point A to B. That will surely shorten everything up. Yeah, the idea looks cool, and it will surely save us a lot of time. Just that we need to have a jetpack or a very long plank which we can run our car on. So as we can see here, when we are trying to move from one dimension to the other, we'll have we'll need to have a vehicle which can travel in that dimension. That is, we can either fly or have a plank which can let the same vehicle which we were traveling in to run over it. So we see that we have two conditions, one of which would work. Either of them would work. So either we buy a vehicle which can travel in that dimension, or we buy a medium which will allow us to fly or just move in that dimension. Now let us take another step and move to fourth dimension. So in the third dimension, we can see that there are 2 points as seen in this Cartesian plot, that there are 2 points, say a green dot and a red dot. I'm not that good with the variable names, so let us continue with that. So we have to travel from the green dot to the red dot. Now in the three dimensions, the only shortest way is the minimum distance between them. And suppose we have a jetpack and we can travel in that. Now, the idea is to shorten this path. Suppose the red planet is actually a Mars and green planet is hmm, are there any green planets? Let us assume that the Earth is full of algae and forests and it is totally green. So now we have to take a path that can take us from Earth to Mars, and obviously the shortest way would be to go via a rocket and fly in the straight path. I know practically that is not how things are made, because to get enough inertia and momentum will probably take a lot of rounds of Earth, move along its orbit, and once we have enough velocity, we'll just shoot off and then move towards Mars or something of that sort. But anyway, ultimately, the shortest path remains to be the shortest path between the 2 points in a three-dimension world. Now, if somebody say the aliens on Mars, which they don't exist by the way, but they might. So, if they tell us that actually, you know what, the space is curved between Earth and Mars somehow, somebody did that, or it was the way it is since the beginning, and you can take a fourth dimension path that will shorten the things up. Now, this seems strange. How can a 3D anything on 3D be curved? Like a straight line cannot be curved, obviously. That's the reason we call it straight. So, how does the space bend then? This is really difficult and boggling to understand. And yes, I am busy, Nitika. Anyway, so uh, we need to have a fourth dimension to actually understand that. And as of now, I don't think there is one that is at least perceivable by humans, or is or we have a vehicle that can travel in that. In fact, I just can't imagine something that is in four dimensions. Some people say that the time is the fourth dimension, then that means that I can travel between say t0 to t naught. Now, traveling between the time is again something very vague, as there are a lot of paradox which prove that that is something which is not really possible to do. So,
It's 11 o'clock.
all right, sorry for all these notifications and stuff, but anyway, this is something what I mean by the curved space. So, somehow we are told that the path between Earth, that is the green dot, and Mars, that is the red dot, is curved. And if we were capable enough to pick a pink color and move in this fourth dimension by some new vehicle, then the path can be shortened and things can work out. So now again we'll have to find a vehicle that can actually understand this curvature and travel in the shorter path in the fourth dimension, or we'll need a medium which will allow us like a wormhole or something which will allow us to use the same vehicle and let us travel between that. In either cases, we can see that firstly we'll have to find the destination, and the source should have the curved space. If it is flat, like in the case of say this uphill was a flat, there was no like slanting over there, or say this road was a flat road, then there will be no saving. So firstly we'll have to ensure that the 2 points have some curvature in them, and we can take a path that would clearly help us travel in the four dimensions. So yeah, that is really mind-boggling. And just for the fun sake, I've somehow drawn a squid in this figure. It looks like one, but anyway, thank you. So these are my thoughts. Please put your comments down below and share your theories and explanations about it. The really tricky part is what the fourth dimension is and how we can travel in it. Yeah, thank you.